Hi everyone, this is Ty Bender, and I've had a lot of you guys ask me about my the process I use to fill out my Ban.do planner every week. This is a planner that I do keep as a memory planner, and I use the large version here, and I'll be sure to put a link in the description for you guys. Basically, when I fill out my weeks, they end up looking a lot like this. If you've been following me, then you know that I love bright colors. I mix and match a lot, and I like to do a lot of journaling in this planner. Pretty much every week has sort of a similar layout to this one, and sometimes I have more journaling. I've created little inserts before. There is a video on how to create this insert if you go back and look. But basically, I just like to throw in a lot of things that have happened during the week that I really enjoy. This is a great way to use your journaling cards, Project Life cards, and basically I'm just going to show you how quick this is. A lot of people think, oh, there's so much journaling, it takes a lot of time. Let me tell you ladies what, I am not a scrapbooker. I have never been a scrapbooker. I actually got turned on to this planner from my good friend Heather Greenwood Designs, and she is a major planner girl. I'm sort of more of a wannabe planner girl. But I'm just going to show you how I like to fill out my week here, and this is twofold for me. I don't use it a lot for planning. I do fill out my month layout with whatever I know is going to happen. You know, there's a loose schedule on there. You know, oh, we have games, we have to go to the orthodontist on this day or that day, that kind of thing for the month layout. But for the weeks, I just like filling out some, you know, memories that we've made. I added in a couple pictures from my cell phone. It's not, it's just a good way. I mean, my kids can look back and see, oh, here's a joke that my son told, or here's something we did for fun on this day. So I'm going to show you guys how quick it is to do that. Basically, I really like to do this on Sunday afternoon. I like to do it when I'm sitting on the couch, so I usually I don't use paint in this planner. I go over to my stash, I pull out a few things. Sometimes I stick with a color theme. Today this is sort of a green, pink, blue type theme, but not always. Sometimes I just pick out whatever's speaking to me. I have a little note here that my daughter wrote for me this week and left lay on my desk. I printed some cell phone pictures from baseball games this week. We're doing fall baseball right now, and it's about the last week, about to finish up, so I took a couple photos and I printed those out. You can flip through your phone. I just print these on my regular old home printer. I don't have a fancy photo printer or anything like that. So basically, yeah, I pull out some journaling cards or whatever. You know, if I have a movie stub, something like that that I wanted to keep from the week, I'll keep that, and maybe a couple of pictures. And then I also tend to pick out some stamps, and today I think I'm going to use at least the Light of the World stamp here in my, this is a stamp set from my store, Growing Meadows. It's growingmeadows.etsy.com. I'll put a link to it below. And I might use some other stamps. I pulled out some inks, an acrylic block for stamping, one of these glue runners. This one's called My Stick. Some stickers from Bella Boulevard. I've got some October Afternoon stickers here as well. And I did pull out these cute stickers from the Reset Girl, and I might use these. I try to keep it easy. I just go over to my desk, to my stash, to my craft room, you know, whatever you have, pull out, you know, 5 or 6 things that you want to use. Some washi tape, whatever. I don't like to make it too complicated. I just grab a few things real quick and then hop over to the couch to do this. So I'll show you how I like to start here, and usually I start with washi tape. Sometimes I just start by sticking in the journaling cards. I have a lot of journaling cards. This one from Fresh Picked Grace, and I really enjoy creating my own journaling cards. I have some free printable journaling cards here that came from Illustrated Faith. This is also an Illustrated Faith journaling card, and I love using these things, especially in the planner, just to add some color, and you know, I just think they look nice. So basically this time I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cover up on this page these sayings that the Ban.do has put in here, and some of them I really like and I think they're cute. This one isn't really applicable for this week for me, so I'm going to go ahead and cover those up with the washi, and that's what I'm going to start with. I did go and I just pulled out 3 rolls of washi. Usually I try to keep it like 3 to 5 different washis that I use. And I'm just going to put them around the page here, and this kind of helps almost tie everything together, because I like to use a big mix of different colors and styles of art, stickers, stamps. But, you know, the washi kind of helps pull your eye around if you use it in several places. So I like to start out by putting that around. And, yeah, so that's what I'm going to start. I'm going to start by covering this up for sure, and then I'm going to cover this one up as well. Then I think I'm going to go on to adding the journaling cards. I like using this darker one because it covers up the words better. And I'm going to put a journaling card over here. Since I'm going to do that, I'm going to wait and layer on top. So let's set these aside for a minute. And I'm going to start with this big one, the bird, and I'm just going to go ahead and use my glue runner here and put a little glue on it. And I'm going to put it up here in the corner. Sometimes I cover up these months and sometimes I don't. I really don't put a ton of thought into this, you know what I mean? As far as, oh, I want it to look exactly like this or like that. I just like to glue my things down, and then I have plenty of room for journaling, and so we can tell about some things that happened this week. Picture of my son at baseball. We had a couple of games this week, and both ended up going really well. Oops. This is actually a journaling card that I made. I actually made it using an app called Skitch. S-K-I-T-C-H. It's a really fun app that lets you draw right on the screen, and then it sort of smooths out your lettering. After that, I just printed it and cut it out into the journaling card shape. I also, when I printed this picture here, I intentionally left some like negative space on so that I could layer a journaling card or stickers or whatever on top of it. I kind of like the way that looks. So if I had decided I didn't like that or didn't have anything I wanted to lay on top, I probably just would have trimmed them down a little bit more. You don't have to be too perfect with this at all. It's pretty easy going Sunday afternoon football watching crafting project. And then I do want to include this. My daughter will go to my desk and leave these cute sticky notes for me. This one is written like Yoda. Love you, I do, hee hee. Have a good day, you will. She's into Star Wars and a little Star Wars nerd and thinks that Yoda is hilarious. So I have been getting a lot of Yoda notes lately, and you know what? That is just another memory here that I can document and keep. And let's add one more. Kind of hate to cover up the verse on that one, so let me go ahead and just tack him down with some washi tape. Let's use this. Pink stars. This is a new roll of washi tape that I just got this week, so that's always fun. It's from That Washi Girl on Etsy. And that's where this one came from. The other two, honestly, I've had so long I'm not sure I could tell you where they came from. The blue one probably came from Michael's. And the striped one may have came, there you go, tape it down like that, and then I can still read the verse on the back. Blue one may have probably came from Michael's. The striped one may have came from Pick Your Plum. I'm not exactly sure on that one, but okay, so now that I've got kind of my journaling cards and my embellishments down here, I'm going to go ahead and add in a little more washi. And then here I'm going to layer on top of the card as well. Some weeks I have a lot of things to journal, so I don't put on as many embellishments. This week, and what I do is I keep this little book in my purse, and I just write down some random things during the week. Like you can see for Monday, I didn't even write anything down. Tuesday, I wrote some details about our baseball game. Wednesday, I wrote down a little bit of my Bible study information. You know, just, this is easy. Even if you wait until the end of the day, a quick sentence to write something down, that way you can remember and do some journaling. It's so easy, and that's literally all I do. I just keep a couple of notes, and that's it. So And then, you know what, I'll tell you what to do also if you don't have much to say, or if you end up with a blank space, because I do like filling in all of the spaces. And you saw that on the previous pages when I was flipping through the planner here. You can easily see how I like to fill the whole page with text. And I will show you how I deal with that too when we get to the end. So here I'm just placing the washi tape around, you know, in a few areas here and there, just to pull the same kind of theme around the page, so that even if you're using crazy stuff that doesn't really go together, this will work to help tie everything together. You could do this with stickers, or just paint if you like using paints. Anything where you can repeat the same sort of pattern, just here and there, to help keep your eye going around the page. So let's set those aside. And I'm also going to use, like I said, I think I'm going to use the Light of the World stamp in here. I like adding in some stamps. Lots of times I'll use black ink. This week I pulled out my Tim Holtz Distress color ink. This ink will probably bleed through to the next page, but since I cover the pages so heavily in embellishments, it's very easy for me to next week open up the page and, oh, I'll put a journaling card right over where that bled through last week, and you will never know. So we're lacking a little on pink on this side, so I think we'll just use the pink ink here. This is Picked Raspberry Tim Holtz Distress ink. I'll put a link for this for you as well. This is kind of a wet, nice juicy ink pad that I have here. Give that a press down. And if you're not familiar with these stamps, they do just peel off of these acetate sheets. They're made of clear polymer material, and then you can peel them right back off of here. That one you hardly even have to clean off. And it clings to this block here for mounting, and then you can just stick it right back on your acetate sheets. You can use them over and over again. And if you're using a thicker black ink or something like that, you might have to clean them in between. That's that. So I think that's going to be the only stamp I add today. And, oh, I forgot, I have some cute baseball stickers. I'm going to throw those on there. And these I think I got from Oriental Trading, a whole big bunch of them, because we do a lot of baseball in my house, and I'm always needing baseball stickers, so when you find them in bulk, I just buy them up. Put those on, and I think I am going to go ahead and use these. These are cute little banner stickers from the Reset Girl shop. And I'm going to make just a little banner down here. You can see how this takes no time at all to get your page nice and busy with some super colors. And then your decorating is done really quickly. And, you know, then you're ready to do some journaling. And I am going to go ahead and, my son this week, he is a catcher on the Little League team that he's on. And he has earned himself a little nickname, Brick Wall Bender. And it's pretty cute. He does a really good job behind the plate, and you know, he's good at, you can see, I don't know if you can see this picture or not, but he's kind of way up in the air catching a ball here, a wild pitch, and he really works very hard practicing to make sure that the balls do not get by him when he's playing catcher. So I'm going to go ahead and put Brick Wall here, because that just kind of started this week, and I thought that was a cute. I am using these adorable yellow stickers. This is by Bella Boulevard for Illustrated Faith. It is from the Whatever is Lovely collection, and I'm going to go ahead and write Brick Wall using these cute stickers. I love how the shapes are all a little different here, and it gives you some super cute interest on the page. a little stuck. And you can just keep layering and layering. Like I said, this week I didn't have as many things that I wanted to journal when I looked back at my list. So I just decided to go with more embellishments this week. Alright, and I'm also going to use then these alphabet stickers. These are also by Bella Boulevard. Bella Boulevard Tiny Text, and the color is Rainy Day Tiny Text. And I'm going to use these to write Bender. I don't know how you poke holes out, but I usually just take my pen and stick them to my finger to kind of poke that out. Well, this one is being stubborn. Alright, put that right here. And Bender is our last name, if you're wondering what in the world that means. And I just pulled that B right off of there. Stay on there, buddy. You could always put a little dab of glue stick or something on the back of your sticker if you don't think it's going to stick that well. These are generally really good though, so not too worried about that. Alright, brick wall Bender. And now one thing I like to do to make these things kind of pop off the page is to go around most of the stickers and the journaling cards. I go around them with my pen. I just get kind of messy with it. And I'll do that the same thing here with these letter stickers. I'll go all the way around with the pen. And I'm going to go ahead and turn off the camera while I do that because it's just going to get a little boring for you to watch this and it'll just take me a minute. Okay, so you can see what I've done here is I've used this pen, and this is Signo Uniball black gel pen, and it says 207 on it. I like using this pen for journaling. I use it actually quite a bit for just about everything, but it's just one of my favorite pens. And I went around just the edges here. You can see I did the letters. I went around the pictures, around some of the stickers. And this really just, for me, helps give it a little bit of interest, help pull it off the page. Pull the embellishments off the page and makes it look cute. So I'm going to go ahead now and start in with my journaling. I am going to speed up the film so that you don't have to watch me write out everything. And then I will show you, I'm going to have some negative spaces left, I think, and I will show you how I go back and fill those in. Even when I don't feel like I have anything super interesting to talk about, I will show you what I do. So let me go ahead and speed the film up for you. Okay, so that is all the journaling I had for this week. Like I said, I didn't have as much as I do in some weeks, and you know, that's just how it is. Sometimes life is just life and it goes on like every day. Sometimes exciting things happen. Sometimes there's a joke that one of my kids tell that I want to document. This week we did a lot of playing baseball, and you know, that's okay. And I wrote out some of the baseball things. I even made a note here about how my kids are totally grounded for fighting, and it's about to drive me crazy this week. You know, so I'm just trying to keep it real here. Like I said, for my kids and my family to be able to look back on this and, you know, just kind of see what was going on. So I'm going to show you now how I like to fill in. And you can see here that a lot of times when I have little spaces left, I'll fill in with hearts. For whatever reason, I just love drawing hearts. Of course, who doesn't love little hearts everywhere? And also some things that I do are, like right here, I have a Bible verse. And in some places, I'll put in song lyrics. And that's kind of what I'm going to do in the negative spaces that I have left here. Just to fill in. I will make it so I can make the page look nice and full. I can put a memory verse, or for example, this week I'm going to put a verse that has come up in my devotional readings twice this week, and I have been focusing on it because of that, and it's just a great, you know, verse, and I'm going to stick it here so that I can remember that. And down here in this space, I think I'm just going to write, and I'll go ahead and do this right now. I'm just going to write Jesus Loves Me, and I'm going to go ahead and do that in a nice, just my own handwriting here. I mean, this is just journaling. It doesn't have to be fancy. It's just whatever, you know, this is you. So it doesn't have to be anybody else. And maybe go for that again. Make it look a little sketchy. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill in these smaller spaces here with the hearts like I usually do. Just because I like the page to look very full with text and journaling. I just like the way it looks for my eye. It just keeps things interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and do that down here as well. This is a little bit bigger of a space. I probably could have put another little song lyric here or a Bible verse reference. But I'm just going to fill that in. Same thing over here on the edge. And then up here, the verse I'm going to write is 1 Thessalonians 5:18. Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you. And like I said, that has come up in my devotional twice this week. I'm going to go ahead and fold it over so that I have a... I am right-handed, so it's a little tough to write here up against the ring. So I'm going to hold it up so that I can hold my hand a little bit smoother. And you can see here, I'm not using, you know, my fancy handwriting. This is just my regular quick hand. The worship minister at our church, he always says, every time you come across the word all, give thanks in all circumstances. He says, kids, what does all mean? And everybody has to respond, all. All means all. Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God. And then, since I have some extra room here, you know, I'm just going to write Jesus real big. You could come back in here, you could add a sticker, you could add more washi tape, you could journal the next verse down, you know, whatever you want to do to try to fill up the space. If this is the look that you're going for, I'm just going to write Christ, and then I'm going to write Jesus in big giant letters to help fill up the space. And because Jesus. And then I am going to write the verse reference here as well. 1 Thessalonians 5:18. And then in these blank spaces I have left, I will fill in with the little hearts, like I like to do. And you can see here that the page has looking all filled up, just like I like it to look. And that didn't take very long at all. And I know some of you were thinking, hey, this is so busy and crazy, it must take a long time. No, you can totally fit this into your Sunday afternoon if you want to keep your memories in this fashion. This is how I do it, and you can see it just took me a few minutes here. So I hope you are inspired to, you know, just give this a go. You don't have to have a fancy planner like this one. You can use a notebook. I will put a link to this planner below though for you, so you can pick it up if you want to. I like it because the weeks do start out nice and blank like this. If there are things that you want to cover up, you can very easily, and you have tons of room for journaling in this, which is the exact reason I bought it. I had another very popular planner at the beginning of this year, and I hardly ever used it because there was so much stuff to cover up. So the planner is cute for what it is, but if you want to, like I do, just make it totally you, then this is a nice one to work with because it is so blank, and I like the big size of it also. And also it is an 18-month planner, so it's going to last me for a while. It just started this August, so if you were to pick it up, it's going to last you a while as well. All right, thanks guys, bye-bye.